Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly intuitive reading for Monday, October 25th through Sunday, October 31st, 2021. For this week's weekly reading, we're going to be using the Power Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine for the main message for everyone. Your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron-Reid. So this brings us to the end of this month of October, and we're now starting to transition from Libra energy into Scorpio energy. Last week, the Sun actually went into Scorpio. This week, Mars is going to be going into Scorpio. But let's go ahead and start first by taking a look at what your stones of choice are for that special message card a little bit later. So your first stone of choice is black tourmaline. Okay, this is a little itty bitty piece of black tourmaline. And the black tourmaline is a powerful stone of protection. Okay, it helps with grounding and balancing and activating the root chakra, which helps to give us a sense of security and stability. This black tourmaline also helps to transmute negative energy or lower vibrational energy while it provides that, again, protective shield around us. Your second stone of choice, hopefully I can pronounce it correctly, is stromatolite. Yeah, stromatolite. Stromatolite. Okay, I think I got it. Stromatolite. Okay, and this is kind of a brown, sort of a reflective brown stone with black specks in it. I know that, mahogany obsidian is also a brown stone with black specks, but this stromatolite, why can't I say that? Stromatolite is more, it's the brown in it is more of a lighter reflective color. I don't know how to explain it, but as far as the stone is concerned, stromatolite, there, I said it. It's also considered a stone of transformation, and it helps to heal us on an emotional level. So it's transforming and healing us on the emotional body level. Helps to remove blockages in all of the chakras. It helps with past life recall as well. It activates the root chakra as well as our sense of self-discovery and sense of purpose. And then the last stone of choice is volcanic glass, also known as obsidian. But the volcanic glass is also a strongly protective stone. You can see here that as we're entering Scorpio season, we have all stones here that have that darker, reflective, protective sort of vibration to it. This volcanic glass helps to develop our intuition and deeper insight. It's also a stone of transformation, purification, metamorphosis, as well as manifestation energies. Okay, so again, our stones of choice are the black tourmaline, let's see if I can say this, stromatolite, or the volcanic glass, also known as obsidian. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our astrological energies this week, this last week of the month of October, which, by the way, reminds me that pretty soon we're going to be doing the monthly intuitive reading for November with a whole brand new energy signature to it, different astrological transits of significance and messages from our angels and guides. So be on the lookout for that as well. I'm going to be doing it very shortly here. After this weekly intuitive reading, we'll be transitioning into, good Scorpio word, right? Transitioning into doing the monthly intuitive reading for November. So watch for that coming as well. Okay, so this week, on Tuesday, okay, so the first significant thing happening here is on Tuesday, the 26th of October. And with this we have Venus, and now Venus is known as the planet of love and affection, attention, the divine feminine, relationships. It also rules personal resources, money, finances, our values. And Venus is going to be, well, she is and has been, in the sign of Sagittarius, which is a freedom-oriented sign, an inspirational, fiery, passionate sign. And on Tuesday, she's going to be challenging Neptune. And Neptune rules the spiritual realm, things unseen or intangible. It rules our connection with our angels and guides, all of our psychic senses. It also rules illusion, confusion, delusion, addiction, fantasy, not being grounded, energies of not being grounded. And this is a challenging aspect. This is a square aspect between Venus and Neptune. So one thing this can bring when it's in that square connection is a lack of seeing our relationships clearly, since Venus rules relationships and partnerships. So we might not truly see what's going on in our relationships clearly, or we might be confused about what's happening. This can be an aspect of wearing rose-colored glasses and maybe only seeing what we want to see, or seeing the fantasy or the illusion, which isn't always a negative or bad, because when we're looking through those spiritual glasses, we're looking at unconditional love and compassion and forgiveness. And again, that's not totally a bad thing, but just make sure that if you're making any big decisions regarding relationships or money and finances for that matter, we might want to wait until this transit has passed, more towards the latter part of the week into the weekend, for Venus to be able to, again, see things a little bit more clearly. The other thing here happening is there's freedom energies, because Venus is in Sagittarius. This is freedom, mutable energies, changeable energies, and Neptune is also in Pisces, which is his home sign. And Pisces, just like Sagittarius, is a mutable sign in astrology. It means, again, that the energies are vacillating and changing, and they're not focused and they're not grounded. So again, you know, since we're still sort of in the shadow of Mercury retrograde, I shouldn't say sort of, we are still in the shadow of Mercury retrograde until November 3rd. So with the energies still being a little uncertain, unclear in money, finances, or relationships and partnerships, we might want to wait just a little while longer for information to come in or things to clear up, or feel like we're more grounded and focused before we make big decisions in those areas of our lives. Now, again, it's not all bad. It's actually a great aspect for imagination and creative visualization, and even the intuitive capabilities to some extent. So those spiritual aspects can actually gain some positive momentum. On Thursday the 28th, Venus in Sagittarius is in a sextile to Jupiter in Aquarius. Now, Jupiter in Aquarius just went back to direct motion. Jupiter's known as the planet of blessings, bringing abundance and prosperity, or just this idea and energy of expansion. That's what Jupiter likes to do. It likes to expand whatever it touches. The sextile between Venus and Jupiter is a positive aspect. So not only is Jupiter known as the great benefic, or the great planet of blessings, but Venus, which it's connecting with on Thursday, is known as the lesser benefic, or also a planet of blessings. Venus, when it transits our chart, can bring a positive outcome or a blessing. Jupiter as well, even to a greater extent, brings this abundance and prosperous, opulent, beautiful, types of opportunities and manifestations of blessings into our lives. So the fact that these two are coming together on Thursday in a sextile. Now, a sextile is an aspect of opportunity. And what happens with an opportunity, right? When the opportunity, when someone knocks on the door, there's an opportunity there. The universe is giving you an opportunity, opening a window or opening a door for just a brief moment in time. We have to act on that opportunity in order for us to receive whatever blessing that it's providing us. And that's the same with this Venus connecting to Jupiter. That sextile is an opportunity. So look for the opportunity, take action on the opportunity, receive the blessing, receive whatever the universe is trying to give you, follow up on it, and that's where you're going to be able to gain the most out of that. On Saturday the 30th, we have the Sun in Scorpio, and it's challenging or in a square aspect to Saturn and Aquarius. Now, Scorpio is a fixed sign. Aquarius, where Saturn is also a fixed sign, meaning it's a stubborn energy. It doesn't like change. It likes to dig in its heels and be the way it is. So here we have the Sun in Scorpio. This can all be about empowerment versus disempowerment, power and control. It can be about death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration, right? It's that Scorpio energy. It's mysterious. It rules the subconscious, the deep subconscious, or the deep esoteric. What lies hidden beneath the surface is all of that Scorpio stuff, and that's where the Sun is. Now, so the Sun is kind of shining and highlighting those Scorpio energies, but it's in a challenging aspect to Saturn, and Saturn is known as the teacher of lessons, and also in astrology known as the Lord of Karma, rules restrictions, limitations, delays, third dimensional time, meaning sometimes we have to have patience with Saturn. Saturn also is the great manifester and the planet of responsibility and bringing things into form, but this is a challenging square aspect. So because Saturn is all about authority and being in control, and the Sun in Scorpio also wants to be in power or be in control, they might be butting heads. In other words, we might have situations or circumstances around that time period. Saturday is when they come together, but we might feel it a little bit before, as well as maybe the day or so after, where there's power and control issues, either with other people or within group dynamics. Or this could be also just within ourselves, to where we're struggling and we're feeling overwhelmed, all the responsibilities, we're feeling disempowered because of our own perceptions or belief systems. But definitely look to also, again, authority figures or people that are in a position of authority or want to have that kind of control factor over us, where there might be some challenges there. On the same day, Saturday, the Mars, the warrior planet, the planet of forward movement, energy, and action, is moving into Scorpio as well. So now we have this warrior, assertive, planet of energy that's also moving into that empowering, transformative, death and rebirth, mysterious, hidden kind of sign of the zodiac. Okay? And actually, too, Scorpio is the sign that Mars in ancient times ruled. Right now we always think of Mars as the ruler of Aries, but back in ancient times, in ancient astrology, we hadn't yet recognized the outer planets of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And we know Pluto now to be the ruler of Scorpio, but in ancient times, Mars ruled Scorpio. So those two energies of the warrior and transformative Scorpio go pretty well together. But again, this can be a time of empowerment and taking our power back, but also it can be a time where disempowering relationships and circumstances rise up. Also on Saturday, we have Mercury, which is still in Libra, the last planet that's in Libra right now. And it's the planet of the mind, the mental realm. It rules thoughts, ideas, perceptions, communications. And of course in Libra, it wants to stay balanced. It wants to keep the peace. It rules, communication and relationship matters. But it's in an inconjunct aspect to Neptune. And inconjunct means that the planetary energies and the signs that they're in, the signs of the zodiac that those planets are in, are not really compatible. They don't really jive very well. Mercury being in an air sign of Libra, Neptune is in a water sign of Pisces. So we have the mind, Libra, versus the emotion or the feeling realm of Pisces, or the intuitive realm of Pisces. And so there needs to be some sort of adjustments here. made. If we make the adjustments, this Mercury in conjunct Neptune can be quite creative. It can be quite imaginative. It can help us with adjusting how we're communicating with other people to have the best effect. But if we don't adjust something within ourselves, adjust how we're looking at something or how we're interacting, then it can cause, again, a little bit of challenges or difficulties where we're just kind of missing the mark, or we're unclear, or the other person doesn't understand us. We're not quite connecting the dots, so to speak. Now on Sunday the 31st, Mercury is now in a positive aspect to Jupiter. So it's also, building up that Mercury in a trine positive aspect to Jupiter. We'll feel that also on Saturday. So if we can just adjust that Mercury-Neptune energy, that Mercury and Jupiter energy is really positive. It's about networking, connecting with others, send out that email, make that telephone call, write that blog, write that article, talk about what's important in the relationship with your friends, family, romantic partners, loved ones, in order to have the best effect, where Jupiter again brings in this kind of expanded perspective, looking at things from a higher spiritual level, a higher understanding of, what's going on with our mind versus the other person's mind, our thoughts versus the other person's thoughts, our opinions versus the other person's opinions. That can all kind of unfold a lot more easily and beneficially as we move into Sunday the 31st. I think it's a very creative aspect too. So any creative writing, teaching, is also indicated at that time. So that's a little bit about the astrological highlights. Let's go ahead and shift our perspective and see what our angels and guides have to tell us for the week. Okay, so again, to remind you, our stones of choice for that special message card later: the black tourmaline, stromatolite, where was I going with that? Stromatolite, and volcanic glass or obsidian. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at these messages here and see what our angels and guides have to say. So we start out with the Three of Raphael here. This is like the Three of Cups in the traditional tarot. And the Three of Cups is normally about celebration or something really wonderful happening, feeling emotionally good, blessings coming in. And usually it's indicated by three chalices or cups coming together. This one has three mermaids coming together, so this can definitely be about coming together with groups of people that you feel emotionally connected to, that it feels good to be around, that they're your support system, someone that, again, you feel emotionally close to, good friends, family, or someone who is a potential good friendship or support system for you. It says at the bottom, it says reasons to celebrate. So there's reasons to celebrate here. A community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children, okay? So this, to me, is that Venus connecting with Jupiter, where there's that opportunity for blessings to come in, opportunity for good things. And this, to me, is indicating that those opportunities and those blessings and good things can definitely come through other people or as you connect with other people. Again, this could be connecting with even a business partner, or networking and reaching out to new people, or just, again, connecting with friends and family and, doing something together and having that emotional connection, being happy. There's a ship in the background too, so travel, travel might be indicated, whether it's travel by water, travel by air. Of course, this is being near water or travel by water. It is the cup suit, and cups is all about water. You might want to take a little, little sojourn to a lake, a river, a stream, the ocean, with a group of people, with your family, with your loved ones, with friends, just kind of a getaway that's happy and joyous and loving and brings good feelings. So look for reasons to be grateful. Look for reasons to be thankful. Find the joy in life. Connect with people that support you. And again, look for the blessings. Look for the blessings and opportunities. The number 3 in numerology is all about expansion, growth, speaking, teaching, writing, blessings, abundance, prosperity. So definitely look for that on an emotional level as we start out this week. Beautiful. Let's take a look at the next card here. The next card, this is a major arcana. This is major arcana number 13. In this deck, it's called Peace with Archangel Azrael. Now, Archangel Azrael is known as the archangel that helps souls in their transitioning process, and also helps those that are the family members or friends of those souls move through any kind of grieving process. Now, it's not just about souls passing on. This can also be about grieving an old way of life, grieving an old career. This is about grieving old belief systems and energies that you're releasing, letting go, purging, transmuting. Again, we're entering that Scorpio season, and we have the Sun in Scorpio challenging Saturn in Aquarius, as I said on Saturday, with Mars moving into Scorpio. So that energy of death and rebirth and transformation and regeneration are strong right now. I like that this is called Peace. In the traditional tarot, this is the death card, right? So again, this is symbolic death and rebirth happening energetically in our lives. And that's what Scorpio energy, as we transition into the Scorpio season, is all about. It's about symbolically releasing and letting go of whether it be situations in our lives or belief systems or perceptions, ways of being. This might be about, that we're at a crossroads and the old way of life is no longer fitting who we are. And as we transition onto a new path or into a new energy, we're grieving and letting go as we're transforming and transmuting what that old past was all about. So Archangel Azrael comes in to assist us with that. Interesting that we have the number 3 within the 13, right? We started out with the 3 of Raphael, the 3 of Cups, which is, again, that number 3, expansion, blessings, opportunities. Here we have the 3 within the 13. The number 1 is about the self. The number 3, again, expansion, blessings, opportunities, all forms of communication. So we're now taking charge of the expansion process here. So I feel like, again, this is a very good indication that we're on the right track, that we're letting go of what we need to let go of, that we're opening up to what we need to open up to. Allow yourself to grieve the past and let it go, whatever that past might be about, whether, again, it's circumstantial, situational, relationship, or just energies within yourself. And get ready for expanding into something new, birthing something new. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last card. The last card came out as 2 cards here. So this card, is the 8 of Gabriel. This is like the 8 of fire, the 8 of wands in the traditional tarot. The number 8, all about power and empowerment, numerologically speaking. The number 8 also rules career path, life path, destiny path, money, finances, authority, whether it be authority figures or you being your own authority. So the number 8 here, to me, again, we're going back to that Scorpio energy of empowerment. Merge into your power, stand in your power, take back your power. It's in the suit of wands or fire. This is the spiritual element. So this, our angels and guides are assisting us. The element of the spiritual realm, the universe, is assisting us, guiding us. This card traditionally in the tarot, the 8 of wands, is usually about a lot of things happening at once. There's a lot of busyness, a lot of fiery, passionate, inspirational energy that's coming in with this. Just like you see, there's 8 birds here around the angel or archangel. So there's a flurry of activity here. There's a flurry of activity, juggling many things, doing many things, a lot of opportunities that could possibly come in that deals with money, finances, career, life path. And it says at the bottom, a great deal of activity, sudden, and immediate results and important communications. So remember, we had Mercury towards the end of the week, on Saturday connecting with Neptune, on Sunday connecting with Jupiter. So definitely pay attention to communications via text or email or phone calls that you might get. Again, Mercury is now in direct motion, not quite out of its shadow. It's in Libra, which is a sign of the mental realm that rules our thoughts, ideas, and communications. So there is kind of a flurry of activity happening here, with information coming in or connections being made, or the networking with Jupiter here that happens on Sunday. And this can lead to, again, sudden and immediate results. So take advantage of that energy. Let's see what the card is that came out with that. The Six of Michael, the Six of Swords in the traditional tarot. And this is also a card about the mental realm, about moving forward with ideas or positive communications, balanced communications happening. The number 6 is a very fortunate number. It's very balanced in the masculine and the feminine. It says at the bottom, isn't it interesting, there's a ship in this card as well. So there was a ship in the first card, there's a ship in this card. That could be, again, literal as far as water, the ocean, boating, but even more so, it can be metaphoric for travel, whether it be actually traveling like in the car or plane or boat, or whether it's traveling via the mind with your ideas and with your perceptions, with your visions. It says at the bottom, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. That's great. The light at the end of the tunnel. Again, Mercury is almost out of its shadow. 3 more days after this week, and Mercury is out of its shadow in Libra. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. And it does say relocation or travel here. So some of us may have some new opportunities that mean we either have to move or relocate. Maybe we've been thinking about that anyway. Or perhaps, again, we're just doing some short distance travel to follow up on a new direction or a new opportunity that's going to help us in some way with our business or our life path, or getting the message out, getting the word out. Maybe we're teaching, maybe we're lecturing, maybe we're networking with new people to form a new circle of friends, a network of people that are of like mind that can assist us. So whatever this is, to me, it seems like a very positive week that's coming up for the most part. Let's go ahead and take a look at your special message card, depending on your stone of choice. So the first stone of choice was the black tourmaline. Deep breath there, black tourmaline. Special message for black tourmaline people. This one's catching my attention. And it says milk and honey, and with a rainbow. I love that. I always think of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Look for the blessings that the universe is giving you. Look for that abundance. Look for that prosperity. Look for the joy, the happiness. Rainbows usually put a smile on our face, right? We look at them and we think, wow, look at those beautiful colors. And it just makes us happy to see that rainbow. And it gives us that lighter feeling, that sense of something good is happening or about to happen. A lot of us take it for a sign. So milk and honey, what does that stand for? That stands for, again, blessings and the sweetness of life. Milk and honey. Honey is about the sweetness of life. Look for the good things in life. Milk is our needs are being sustained. So our needs aren't only being sustained, but we also are going to receive some new sweet blessings in life. So look for that milk and honey. Look for that rainbow. Expect the miracle. Expect the new opportunities. Expect the abundance and the prosperity. That pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's a great card. Great message. All right. Those of you that chose the stromatolite. I said it. Stromatolite. Okay. Special message for stromatolite people. So I usually close my eyes when I shuffle, and then occasionally I open my eyes to see if one pops out at me. This one, when I open my eyes, right at the top, and it says observer. Okay, Scorpio can be quite the observer. And, to some extent, Sagittarius. They're different in the ways that they observe. The Scorpio energies this week deeply observes. It's like being the silent observer. The Sagittarius energy, where Venus is right now, is expanding our view, expanding our perception, and observing the big picture of what's going on in our lives. So it seems like, again, there's two various definitions here of being the observer, and maybe you're doing both. Are you looking at the big picture? Are you shifting your perspective? Are you seeing the dream? Are you seeing the vision of where you want to go in life? What you're aiming for? This person is aiming a telescope towards the moon and the stars. Are you reaching for the moon and the stars? Are you reaching for that highest aspect of who you can be out in the world? That's the Sagittarius observer. Or are you doing the Scorpio observation? Are you going deep within your subconscious and observing what's going on internally with you on a deep, internal, subconscious, mysterious kind of level? Are you seeking your inner truth and seeking your inner power? Both of those are valid, and perhaps, again, doing both of them at the same time would be very beneficial. But observe what is going on around you. Okay, observe the inner picture within yourself and observe the outer picture from a spiritual perspective to gain, again, higher awareness of the circumstances unfolding in your life and what it's all about. Awesome. And then the volcanic glass, or the obsidian, special message for, I almost dropped the one on the bottom, so that's the one we're going with, folks. And it says chop wood. I always laugh when I get this, because I remember the first time I drew this card in a reading, I'm like, I don't know what chop wood means. So several people had to tell me, it's like carry water, chop wood, right? That was the phrase. And that is a phrase that people use to say, pay attention to the details, right? Don't get so caught up in what's going to happen in the future. Be in the present moment, right? In the present moment, we take care of certain chores, right? When we're sweeping, when we're vacuuming, when we're going to pick up the kids, we're in that present moment because we're presently doing something that needs to be done. And so that's where that phrase of chop wood or carry water, came from, because in the old days, those were tasks that needed to be done. Needed to chop the wood to make sure there was fire at night for heat. We needed to carry the water from the well so that everybody could bathe and drink water. So pay attention to these small details. Pay attention to the tasks at hand. Pay attention and be in the present moment. And that could have a lot of different messages wound up in it, meaning, again, don't run off too far into the future, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future, first of all. You might have a vision that you want to accomplish, which is fine to hold on to that vision. But don't get caught up on how long it's going to take, how you're going to get there, who's going to come in to help you. Let the universe take care of those small details. So stay in the present moment of what task can I do right now, today, to further my goal, to further my ambition, or to get done things that I need to get done that I've been putting off. This is kind of what this message is all about. Being in the present moment also has another meaning of, again, being grateful and thankful in each and every moment for what it is that we have. Recognize the blessings in your life now. Back then, they recognized the blessing that chopping wood and having fire was. They recognized the blessing of being able to have fresh water to drink and bathe in. So recognize the blessings. And maybe it's a blessing of who you have in your life. Maybe it's a blessing of the home and family that you have, or the place that you're living, or the job that you have, or the project that you're working on that you have support in from loved ones. Be grateful for those moments, because in the moment, it's going to help to expand you into that greater vision eventually, when the time is right and when the universe deems it appropriate to unfold, basically. So Stay in the present. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in for this weekly intuitive reading. Again, make sure to watch the monthly intuitive reading. It will be out soon. Thank you so much for the support, the birthday wishes. My birthday was in the month of October. So thank you for the birthday wishes everyone sent me on Facebook or via text or email. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the support in my move and relocation into the new state that I'm now living in South Carolina. It's going to be an adventure unfolding, and I'll make sure to try to drop tidbits for you, either in these weekly and or monthly, but more so on Facebook. So please connect with me on Facebook or Instagram as well. Sending you lots of love and light, and hoping for many gifts and blessings and opportunities coming your way. Love and light, everyone.